and welcome. I'm so excited for today's short little tutorial. This is going to be super easy. I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful arrangement using just two products, one greenery and one floral bush. That's the great thing about these floral bushes is it does all the work for you. And with this small little container, we probably are not even going to use this whole bush, but I'm not going to say we're not because you know me, I always like more and more. But I have these little black containers. I bought these off of Amazon in bulk. I think they came in either a 10 or a 12 pack, so I will have it linked down in the description. But this is perfect for if you've got an upcoming event, an upcoming wedding, Mother's Day, you know, whatever. These little containers are so cute, and you can get them in you know, a case pack, so it works out great. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get a couple of our florals before we even mess with the greenery. Now this floral bush has greenery on the floral, so that even makes it better because we're not going to need a whole lot of greenery. We can use the greenery that already comes with it. So I am just going to take and cut up a couple of these stems off of this bush so we can get a little bit of a mix. So we've got some of these pretty lilies and roses, and I think these are zinnias. So I'm going to cut up a few of these. Like I said, we'll start with about half the bush and then we'll see if we need more. Okay, so we're going to create our tallest point right in the center. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a bend. So I don't want it really tall. This is about 2 times the container height. And I'm just going to give that a little bit of glue. So you can make your arrangement however you want. There is no really rule in design because it's art, right? It is your floral art. However, there are some guidelines, and generally you'll hear people say not to go more than 2 or 3 times your container height. Again, do I always follow that? No, but it's a good rule of thumb. So I made that about 2 times the height of my container. So I am just going to add a rose there. Maybe I will do a zinnia on this side. And I'm giving them a bend. They're not going to be exactly matchy-matchy, but close. This one's a little lower than this one. Okay, so I'm just going to start kind of filling this out, making this one lower than, this is our highest point. Nothing is going to go higher than that. So as I am angling these out, they're coming down, making them a little bit lower. Okay, let's go on this side. Maybe throw in another lily here. And I think I'm going to do a lily on this side as well. You know what? I think, well, we'll leave it. If I would have had another floral bush, I probably would have added a different flower here, but I don't. So we're just going to go with it. So we got lily here, kind of have a little triangle. We got our roses, we got a zinnia. Let's maybe add another zinnia in here. I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller than the other one. Okay, I have a little rose bud. I think I'm going to put that in here. Let me cut it down just a little bit. Oh, that's moss got stuck. Cut it. I'm going to cut my stem a little bit shorter because, again, I don't want it going higher than our little lily there. Okay, so I have our little bud there. Okay, let's add a few more pieces. And get another one of these buds. We may end up using this whole bush because I want it kind of full. But you could just use half, fill it in with greenery, use your other half of the bush for another one. So you definitely could do 2 arrangements with that bush. Because you could stop, add greenery in here, and then get another arrangement out of it. But I don't have an event coming up, so I am not worried about really making a second one. But if you had an event coming up and you wanted to get the most out of your bush, you could stop here and add some greenery in here and you'd be good to go. But we're going to keep going. So I'm just kind of filling in different places. I'm going to add that zinnia a little further in. And I think I'm going to fix this one. It's hanging out a little too willy-nilly for me, a little too far. So I'm just going to cut it down just a tiny bit and get it tucked in a little bit more. Personal preference, you can have them out as far as you want them. You can make them as wide as you want them. But I think I wanted to tuck that one in just a tiny bit more for me. I've got one more lily on this bush and a couple roses. So I think I'm going to make this one a little lower. And generally when I design, I like to use odd number of flowers. This one just happened to come with 4, so I'm just using it. Like I said, there are no rules in floral design. So even though I generally will use odd numbers, doesn't always have to be that way. Okay, so I have 3 flowers left. We are just going to use them, y'all. We are going to use them. So I'm going to go a little closer to the center with this rose, giving them a bend so that they're not sticking straight up. And I got one more rose. I have a little bit of a hole here, so I'm going to put it kind of next to my lily. And I want to tuck this one in a little bit more as well, just like I did the other one. It was kind of out a little further than I really want it to be. So I'm going to cut these little leaves off. We're starting to get kind of heavy in there with our leaves. So I just cut those ones off. Okay, I think we're looking pretty good. I got one little bud left, so let me see where I want to put this. But see how much work that bush does for you? We don't really even need to add a whole lot of greenery because we have all the greenery from these pretty flowers that have done a lot of the work for us. Now, we still have some little greeneries. Save these, y'all. You can pick these. You can put these on little picks. And you can tuck in around the bottom of arrangements. We may not need it for this one, but I will save them. I have a little basket over here and I'll use them for other arrangements when I need a little bit of filler around the bottom just to kind of hide our mechanics. You can just add a little pick on your little leaves and they work perfectly. So, but we're gonna go in now with a little bit of this mixed lamb's ear bush. So that's the good thing, again, about having a mixed bush. This was a mixed floral bush. This is a mixed greenery bush. So we get little lamb's ear pieces. We get some of this like eucalyptus. So you get different little greenery bits on this mixed bush. So makes it nice. So we're going to go in. I'm going to take some of the longer pieces and go in towards the center. And that just kind of fills this in here, you see? Okay, let's get another piece. Got it. I took another taller piece. And I'm going to get right behind this lily here, our tallest little piece there. So it's kind of hugging that. These will be perfect, like I said, perfect for like Mother's Day, a birthday, you know, a bridal shower, an anniversary party, anything where you need to make some little arrangements or just want to gift, because these will be fairly less expensive. Okay, I'm going to start tucking some of these around the bottom. Tucking some of this lamb's ear closer to the bottom. We're going to save our little eucalyptus bits. We're going to get some of these added here in a minute. Let me just cut these off. I'm just looking for my lamb's ear pieces right now. Okay, so I'm taking more of my smaller lamb's ear. And I'm just going to kind of start going around the bottom. If you are interested in learning more about silk floral design, you want to learn how to make arrangements, centerpieces, wreaths, swags, all the things, whether it be for an event that you have coming up or just to decorate your home, or maybe you want to start selling, we do have a private membership group that is open. You can visit tctcrafts.vip. And you will get more information on our private design group. So we have private tutorials in there where we learn all the things. I share some tips and tricks along the way. And it's just a community of supportive designers in there that I think you would enjoy. So we would love to have you check it out. Okay, I'm going to start going a little bit more in the center. I've got a couple more pieces of the lamb's ear. I've kind of gone around the bottom. Okay, I've got a little spot over here, so I've got one more piece. And if you're not quite ready to join a membership group, but you just like to watch, I do come on and have new tutorials quite often here on YouTube. So we would love to have you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. We do have also a little Facebook membership option. It's different than my design group. So the membership on YouTube just gives you first access to new tutorials so that you can buy supplies before the general public sees them. Our elevated group does get one private tutorial as well as access to other members only tutorials that's on YouTube. So lots of different options on what you want to or how you want to learn. But if you're wanting product discounts, you're wanting that community feel, access to me to answer questions and all the things, I would highly encourage you to join our private design group. Okay, I'm going to start tucking. I'm tucking in some of these little eucalyptus pieces and these little leafy bits. So wherever it kind of looks like you need a little bit of love, that is where I am putting these little eucalyptus pieces. But look how beautiful this is turning out. I've got just 2 more pieces. So we are not going to waste them, y'all. So we're going to see where we want to add a few more of these little pieces. So we have designed this whole thing in less than 20 minutes. And voila, there we have it. So simple 2-product arrangement using 1 floral bush and 1 mixed greenery bush. And I think it turned out beautifully. Look at that. So that floral bush really does a lot of the work for you. If you wanted to take one bush and just use half of it and then incorporate some other flowers, you could definitely mix it up. But I wanted to show you how you could just take 2 items and make a beautiful arrangement. So again, if you are new, welcome, and we would love to have you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified every time we have new tutorials. Until next time, bye y'all.